Hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel. If today is your first time coming across my channel, thank you so much. Please don't forget to join this family by subscribing. To my returning subscribers, you guys are amazing. I love you so much. I hope we are all doing fine. So there's this thread on TikTok that black women are discussing, or they are sharing their experience that black women aren't allowed to be shy or introvert at work, without forgetting that people are different. It doesn't mean that if I'm an introvert, meaning I'll not work well. No. But they are taking it the wrong way. Anyway, I'll play the clip of the woman who brought up the topic, and later on the stitches from different people. By the end of the video, I will be leaving my opinion. By the way, my people, this channel does not support any form of hate speech or bullying. We only share information for education purpose. And please don't forget to tell me what you think about this video in the comment section below. Let's jump into the video.
How about being tone policed even when silent? My silence also is an attitude. Bruh, I cannot even tell y'all how many times I got this from so many supervisors, especially while I was in grad school. Like, oh, Shonda, you're too quiet. You're not engaging with the other students. You're not talkative enough. Like, what do y'all want me to do? Freestyle? I'm not about to sit here and talk when I have nothing to say. But then I was reading an article about this, and it made so much sense. It's called Black Women Aren't Allowed to Be Introverted. I need y'all to look this up. The author's name is Sequoia Holmes, but listen to this one part. She said, as a self-identified introverted Black woman navigating mostly white spaces, I often find that my peers and coworkers have preconceived assumptions about who I am based on Black womanhood. When I fail to live up to the funny, entertaining, sassy Black woman stereotype, they're quick to assume my failure to entertain is because I don't like them. When I tell y'all everything literally can be traced back to racism. Like, what do y'all want me to do? Freestyle? I'm not about to sit here and talk when I have nothing to say. But then
Now, this might be a hot take, but as a quiet, introverted Black woman, I find that this is especially true and actually exacerbated if they're in a situation with other Black women that are falling into that entertaining, sassy Black woman like kind of stereotype. Now, definitely watch the original video, but to give you the cliff notes, they're talking about how there's an article called Black Women Can't Be Quiet or Introverted in the Workplace, and if they're not upholding the stereotype of being that, you know, y'all all know that one like very entertaining, funny, sassy Black woman, if you're not falling into that, then people instantly assume you don't like them or you're stuck up or whatever else. And I mean, growing up at work, even in grad school, I continue to get the feedback that, oh my gosh, you're quiet, you could speak up more, blah, blah, blah. And so basically I was growing up conditioned to believe that being quiet is bad and you have to basically change yourself to be successful, especially in a place like business. And I know that all introverts, regardless of race, have to deal with this on some level, but you basically have to become somebody you're not because you're tired of watching the people that are loud, don't know what the hell they're talking about, getting advancements and all these things while you're just kind of getting left behind. And so now being extroverted is something I can definitely turn on and turn off depending on the setting, but I feel like I always need like 1 to 2 business days to just recharge after something like that. And it still amazes me that sometimes I'll still get people saying, oh my God, I thought you were stuck up. Oh my God, I thought you didn't like us. And whole time I'm actually the opposite, trying to figure out the perfect things to say that I end up not saying anything because I don't want to say the wrong thing. But I mean, this is something I'm very passionate about. I could go on and on about this. So in your experience, how much did you feel like you had to change as a Black woman to be successful, especially if you're introverted?
how about being tone policed even when silent? My silence.
Y'all, go watch that creator's video. It's not that long, but I actually do have a hot take on this. Basically, she was saying about how Black women are tone policed even when they're silent in, you know, professional spaces, whether that be corporate work or white spaces, period. Well, when she said that, baby, call me to the front. Call me to the mother freaking front. Now, y'all, I've only had like maybe two real jobs, like at this point. You know, I'm 22, I'm still in college. I ain't had no real jobs like that yet. But before I became a pharmacy tech at Walgreens, I worked for this Black-owned company. It's a mystery shopping company. I was a client project manager. Now, you can go down on my page and see when I started that job last year. Now, because it was Black-owned, like independently owned, it was no HR, no higher ups. The people who hired me were it. It was a Black woman who owned it, and she had like a man who was an operations manager, and it was only 3 of us, like project managers. It was me, an older lady, an older Black lady, and a middle-aged white lady. Now, I could get into a lot of stuff about this company, but that's another story for another day and how they treated us. But I'm about to tell you about me specifically. Now, when I tell you, I remember I aced the job interview. Like, they were just very interested in hearing me talk about certain things and all of that. And I was just very knowledgeable to be so young. So when I got there, if you know me, I'm very just, laid back and quiet. I do my job and I leave. I'm not, who I am at home at work. Because why? This is a job. I came here to do a job and I'm going home. I didn't really talk to people like that. I mean, I said hey and bye. I would interact when I needed to. When I speak when I need to speak, basically. And the kind of job that was, like the kind of atmosphere that they set was kind of toxic. And I felt like it was kind of war. Like, you had to think about it like going to war. So you needed to pay attention to everyone and how they reacted. And in order to do that, you have to listen more than you speak so that you can read the room, so you can know how to move. And in an environment like that, I had to know how to move. So I wasn't talking like that. I wasn't responding like that. I didn't have no reason to unless it was an issue. So my clients, I had the big clients like the Atlanta Hearts, Phil Jackson Airport, MARTA Bus. I had all of that. Like, I was, I had the biggest clients and I was doing the best. I was just great. I was doing great. Actually, I mean, I'm not even just to my own horn. I'm just letting you know. So after like 30 days, we had to have like evaluations. So I'm not really worried about it because, I know I'm coming in here stepping, because I'm a dress for the gods, honey. And then I had me a little corporate job, baby. Oh yeah, I'm a dress for the gods. Dress well, come to work, do my job. I'm finished early. I'm helping everybody else with their job. I'm doing my job and my coworker's job, but I'm not complaining because, we're a team. I'm taking on new things, all of that. Cool. I didn't even certain shit that they did. I never even really spoke on it too. I never even spoke up for myself about stuff that I didn't like. I just was coming to work, doing my job. So when we had evaluation, long story short, everybody went into the office with the operations manager, this man who, mind you, it was 3 women with the employees, me and 2 other women. And he would yell and shit like that. And he was very rude, very rude. We did evaluations and they stayed in his office for a while, like hours, talking about the evaluation. When it was my turn, he got on the phone and just slid me my evaluation. He didn't even talk about it. He slid it to me. He couldn't even look me in my face. But it's because I know it's because he knew he was on some bullshit. So I'm looking at the evaluation like, hold on. This thing say unwilling to take on new projects. Yeah, I just told you I was doing my job and everybody else's job. Lacks communication. They said my dressing style, the way I was dressing was like satisfactory. Like, I was like, babe, I dress better than y'all. What is you talking about? I mean, it had all of these things on here. It had something in the comments by you don't tell other people what their job should be. That's, you're not a manager. So I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't tell nobody what their job to be. And mind you, they used to have cameras in our office where they used to spy on us day in and day out. That's all they did, was try to listen to our phone conversations, listen to what we're doing in our office. They had like bugs and listening devices and shit in our offices and shit. Don't ask me how I know that, but you're not slick. I'm not stupid. So I'm looking at him like, I'm just sitting there looking, waiting for him to, talk about he just sitting there. We both sitting there and he on the phone, act like he doing something on his computer. I said, I don't agree with this. He was like, oh no, you just have to sign it and say you got it. So I signed it and wrote, I do not agree with anything written on this paper. All of this is false. So because it was sizzling in my spirit, I went back to work like a couple days later. And I told them, I sent them emails, so I need to meet with both of them. The owner, the lady, she couldn't, she was busy. So I met with the man. I told him all this is untrue. I told him I've put together whole projects. I'm really the only reason that we did decent in a client pitch meeting, because they weren't prepared. Like, I do my shit, you know what I mean? I communicate very well. And he's just like, well, really, I'm just gonna be honest with you. You got this evaluation like this. This is on here because you don't really talk. And y'all, one day outside my office, I heard them talking, and I heard him say something like, she just doesn't have any personality or some shit like that. And in my mind, I was like, something told me, which was probably God, like, I know that they ain't talking about you. But they was talking about me. He was like, you just don't give us any personality. Like, you just don't really speak. I mean, you do your job and you do it very well, but you really don't talk or say anything. What the fuck else do I need to come here and do? I couldn't believe that shit. Now, mind you, my other two coworkers, tell them about their personal life and stuff. But that's how they knew that they needed the job. So they knew about what they had going on personally. So they knew how to treat them based off that. But because I wasn't talking and they couldn't really, they were trying to play, they tried to play like mind games, sociology games. But because I didn't talk to them enough, they couldn't play mind games with me. They couldn't really gauge and see who I was to try to figure out how do we manipulate her. But that's what he said. He was like, yeah, all this evaluation could have been avoided if you talked a little bit more. So you just told me I do great at my job, but because I don't tell y'all my business, I don't come here and talk. What, you want me to come in here and rap for y'all? Like she said in that goddamn video, and I'm a rapper, so that's why I said that. Like she said in the video, the creator said in the video, you want me to come in here and rap, bust a rhyme? Baby, I'm here to do my job, and I see how y'all are. It's no need for me to talk. And especially this is a corporate setting, baby. I'm coming here doing my job and go home. You don't need to know too much about me or what I got going on or what I'm doing. Period. I said this event because I didn't talk. Because I don't talk to y'all. Because it's like you do your job and you do it, but you never say anything else about it. What? Baby, stay woke. This is why, like my daddy said, you don't need to go to nobody else's job. Focus solely on your music, focus on school, and focus on your skincare line. Imperial Skin that'll be launching in a week. So y'all flying or y'all buying. Period.
How about being tone policed even when silent?
I'll be damned if this is not the truth. I have lost count of the amount of social situations and activities that I've been in where I just wanted to kind of sit back and people watch. Because I'm awkward and nervous. And I don't know how people are going to react to me. And in the wrong setting, that could very well cost me my life. So yeah, I like to observe new people. However, in many instances, I have not really been allowed to do that without being labeled mean or rude. But at my age, I don't care if I'm labeled as rude. If you want to call me out for not speaking to people that I don't know, I don't care. Honestly, your reaction to my standoffish and silent behavior tells me just about everything I need to know. We aren't your puppets. You can't make us dance.
Like, what do y'all want me to do? Freestyle? I'm not about to sit here and talk when I have nothing to say.
This one right here, as someone who sets boundaries between my work life and my personal life, this is always the sticking point in my performance reviews. Like, Harami, you gotta talk more, you gotta speak up more. And it's funny because I always feel like I'm speaking up as much as I can, like as comfortably as I want to. And then I'll go into performance review and it's like, you too quiet. I'm like, I can't help it. I code switch and it's just something that's ingrained with me. I like to set my boundaries. And 3, y'all don't gotta know what I did last weekend. Like, I don't want you to know everything about my life. It is okay for me to have boundaries between my professional and my personal because work is not my life. Like, my 9 to 5 is my 9 to 5. After that, that's Karami time. And y'all might be invited, but you're not invited all the time.
Whoever said black girls are not allowed to be introverts was not lying. We not allowed to just sit back and be cute and be cool. We gotta always want to tell our business and kiki and haha and perform for y'all. I'm not gonna perform.
So I wonder why black people are not allowed to be introverts. People within our race think we are weird, while people outside our race think we are mean. People are also extremely mean and hard on introvert black women because we are fighting the stereotypes of how we should behave or how we should conduct ourselves. It is very irritating. We are not allowed to be us, as in ourselves. I think that's so unfair. People don't understand how much energy I need to put for others to be comfortable with me around. Please, I don't have any attitude. I'm just chilling. To be honest, as an introvert, I would tell you I get drained socially. And on top of that, I pick up so many other things that I don't say now, which I see people do things when they think no one is watching. That I determine if I'm going to give you my energy or not. Learn to adjust to different personalities, please. I don't know what's so hard for people to realize that I'm not here to be your entertainment, but I'm here to work, make money, and go home, not to entertain you. Anyway, guys, what do you think in the comment section below? Tell me, are we black women allowed to be introverts or not? Because it's so draining as one of the introverts. Thank you so much.